Yeah. So this probably makes them upset or whatever. They always, like, they'll come here, I'll shoot a hit of coke and the phone rings. It's my mother. I'm like, how does, every time I get high, she calls. How does she know this? Do I sound high? Do I sound high? But that gets people upset that their parents aren't calling. And they'll try to call in front of them and right away, like, no, ma, not that, not that. Right? And I like, come, no, whatever. So I said, you're absolutely right. My mother does not love me. I said, she calls here and do you know what she says? You ruined your life. You wasted your life. You could have been married by now. That's why she calls. Like, so, I set the record straight there. So, I was on a rant. So, and I said, thank you, because I can't stop. And I'm acting just like you. Holy shit, crazy shit. And the advice I'm getting from, not from, I mean, I can't say he's cool. He's a Vietnam vet. He doesn't smoke cigarettes or drink. He's sober constantly. He once used the phrase, I was sober as a judge, and I loved it. And he's a complete pariah. No one in the community likes him at all. The building doesn't like him. Well, don't call me Jesus Christ, but I don't think he should be treated like a piece of dirt either. So I'm like, Jim, I think you're a decent guy. He's like, thank you. He goes into stores. I see him. They harass him, and he doesn't steal. He doesn't even fucking jump the turnstile. I'm like, Jim, come on. He's like, no way. I'll buy you a Metro card. No way. I'm like, oh God. I'm with Mother Teresa, the black male Mother Teresa. No, I said I like him, and I like how he does things by the book, because that's how I feel. The only reason I misbehave is to show the people around me I could be good or I can be bad. So it depends on, just the circumstance. Like that pill song, I could be black, I could be white. Well, I believe that. I could be black or I could be white. And either way, I'm going to love life. And I'm going to let everyone that's here, I'm going to let them live their lives. But please, you got to let me live my life. And please, with the fucking sniffing around my ass. He sniffs around my door, trying to smoke crack smoke, but it's too much, man. And that day I cooked those eggs, they sent the fire department. I know what happened. It happened to me. I think I told this though, but it's such a good story. Me and my girlfriend at the time smoked crazy amounts of crack the night before work. It's cold that winter. We go to work, right, at a liquor store, so it's crazy busy. The electric doors, for some reason, they won't shut right away, and the cars are backing up to that fucking door, and nobody wants to shut their car because of the heat. They don't want to lose the heat. The store starts filling up with car exhaust. I smoked so much crack, I guess the residue is still stuck in my nose. And anytime there's an odor that's strong enough to activate some kind of, notice an odor, it smelled like crack, strong. And thank God I did not open my mouth. So I smoked crack the night before. By the next day, I'm out of my mind, right? So, and I'm I'm the guy in the store who everyone knows me. And I was on the verge of blurting out, who the fuck is smoking crack in my fucking store? Right? But I didn't, thank God. And I realized what was going on. And and then I had to think about it. I was the one smoking crack, not so much in the store, but last night, crazy, fucking boulders. So that's what happened, I think. Oh man, I hope if he started smoking crack, his life is gonna be not what it should be. God. I should have never said you're supposed to take 2 Percocet. Why would I say that? But I mean, it's true. And I didn't think all this was gonna go down. Oh, I created a monster. I know it sounds terrible. He was in my room so much, knocking on the door, always. And I would never, why would I go in his room? He has these cats, it's crazy, man. I went there once, he brought me in there and so I was like, whoa, I wanna go. I see you have a nice room, whatever, but that was it, and I left. Just there's weird rules, don't step on that square, don't step on it, all right, okay, let me go now. And, but he was here, mega, number one. Just making himself at home, knocking on the door, coming in, seeing how I cook or whatever. And, so, oh God, I hope he didn't start smoking crack. And then I kind of by saying take 2 Percocet, I'm really telling him abuse the Percocet. I said you gotta wait 20, 30, 40 minutes and then smoke a joint. It kind of activates it. So to make a synergism. Now that's another step to abuse the drug. And then now he's going back and forth to Bellevue trying to get Percocets. Like they stopped giving them to me. And then all of a sudden, I told, for a couple days or maybe a week, we opened up. We wanted to have a little party, and we wanted it to pay for itself. So we opened a little 24-hour convenience store that only sells 2 items. You have 2 items to choose from, and please bring exact change. You can either buy powder cocaine if you like to inject or whatever other people do, waste it, or you can buy crack to smoke it, which is like a convenient way to get a little cocaine buzz. Once that happened, so he sees all these like, you know, these are real black guys. Like they're huge, they're cool, you know what I mean? They're cool with me, they're cool, and he sees this. So not goofy like teenagers like this kid is, and oh, funny stuff. And so he stopped coming altogether. And so like that's why he stopped coming. So not long ago, but he comes to my room. He's like, "You gotta see this video." He shows a video on his phone. He's saying, "That's your door." I'm like, "That's not my door." He said, "Yes, it is." He films it. The other neighbor walks by and drops something right on like the sill of the door. We zoom in on it. It looks like a huge bag of coke. I'm like, "Holy fuck!" I said, "Did you see the size of that?" He's like, "Yeah." Right, and I'm like, "What the fuck, man? He's the kingpin, and what the fuck were the peons?" Like, I don't know. So then last night I thought it'd be cute or funny. I said, "Why don't I do something?" I took a plastic bag, poured baking soda in it, tied it up a little bit, and I put it in the same spot, right? How could that possibly ever happen? You know? I left it there for like 2 or 3 minutes. He comes out of the room, grabs it, and go back in. He saw that shit in 3 minutes. He's sitting there staring at the door. He doesn't let the police in because he has like a surveillance of the hallway. And I said, if I was a girl, would you let him surveil me like that? You know what I mean? Like he's like a crazy nigger. But I mean, what am I supposed to do? Sorry about my language, but I mean, he calls me nigger right and left. You're gonna say I can't say it? It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. So, and everybody's saying, "Jeff, you gotta stop saying that word." I'm like, he called me that for 3 hours. What are you talking about? I figured it was my new name. You know, they understand or whatever. But I said, I know I'm signing my own death warrant, but I don't give a shit. I don't want it. You know, I gotta watch what I say a little bit.